Hey folks, Quill18 here, and welcome to another episode of Let's Play FTL. Faster Than Light, the wonderful space roguelike game that is so much fun to play, but oh so very hard. And I'm still upset by the fact that I have not beaten it on normal yet. I have beaten it on easy, and I've had some excellent runs on normal, but then something seems to go horribly wrong. So I'm going to try the Federation Cruiser again, because it does seem like a very strong ship. This one you get from defeating the game at all, including on easy. So I'm going to leave things as is, leave the crew as is, and let's get us started. So of course we are trying to escape the rebel fleet while we also upgrade our ship as much as possible. Yeah, I've got to sort these guys out again. I still like the idea thematically of putting the Manti in weapons. It's also, if we do have to defend this ship from invaders, it seems to hurt the least to pull someone out of weapons. And the NG over here is very good at repairing. I'm actually going to put him in shields. I think it's a little different from what I've done a few times on these videos. It's a nice central location. Also, if it gets damaged, we want the shields to be repaired ASAP, so it'll help to have the NG there already. I'm going to keep the rock guy here. He is slow, so defending is kind of hard for him, but usually they seem to beam in right around here, so he's going to be able to get in there pretty quick. He's not especially good at combat per se, but he has more hit points, so he's good there. And we're going to have our captain. The human, obviously, is going to captain the ship, because humans are the best thing out there. I'm going to take away power from the med bay, pump extra power into the engines, make sure to start charging the lasers immediately after the jump, and let's get started. There's no reason to go to a store right away. I think I'm going to go and sort of loop around the bottom here and then come back up in this sort of direction. Why are these highlighted in blue? Oh, because of Nebula. I see. Alright, let's go down there. Hope we run into a manageable fight and kick some butt. Civilian ship chased by a pirate, of course, will help. And we're going to focus our weapons entirely on their weapon systems as much as possible. Obviously, it is nice to shut down the shields, because that way you don't have to worry about the shields ablating your weapons anymore. But my focus is going to be on minimizing how much damage I take, and to do that, I'm going to try to keep their weapon systems shut down as much as possible. Because if they're not hitting me, it doesn't matter how long a fight takes. I will win and I won't take any damage. And in practice, I will win as soon as the artillery beam is done charging and sort of blast their whole ship. Even if I'm hitting a system that's already down, I'm still doing hull damage, which is what you need to actually kill them. Plus, if the system's being repaired, you're also hurting any crew that happens to be there, so that happens to be a nice kind of a bonus. This game, I may try to play with the teleporter. I've never really played with that before, and I think it's probably a great way to get some extra loot. But it's kind of a pain in the ass. Oh, the civilian ship just left without giving me an extra reward. What a jerkwad. Alright, let's go down here. If we can go through a few of those nebula sectors, that'll be really nice too, because the rebel fleet doesn't chase us as quickly. Empty sectors I don't like, because it costs you a jump and you don't come away with anything out of it. The distress signal is coming from a small space station orbiting an uninhabited planet. Their satellite defense system has gone haywire, and the repair crew can't approach without being fired on. Looking for help to fix or disable it. I can destroy it from a distance and leave them alone, or, because I have an NG, remotely repair its targeting system, which sounds pretty good. Awesome, it worked. We get a bunch of free stuff. We don't take any damage. Lovely. Let's do another distress signal, and then we'll make a pass through the nebula. We're starting to get some money, but we'll try to save up. Wow! Ah, the disease spread virulently along the workers. As I recall, using the NG to talk them down worked really well last time I got this event. Excellent, that worked again. Another free reward. A store. I won't really have enough money to really spend anything in the store, so I'm going to make a pass through here and then end up at the exit. I mean, I might have enough for the store, but I'm hoping to go in there with maybe like 100-ish. Black market, weapons trader. I think we'll just attack them outright. We want their loots. What the hell? We're desperate. We're on a mission from God. We need to get this done, so we need to take their ship apart and steal all their junk. At this stage, they're not going to be very dangerous. I mean, if they have torpedoes, it could be a problem. That's a little bit sucky, but not really the end of the world. I guess I'll send this guy over here just in case there's fire. Okay, no fire. Now their weapons are offline, so we should be fine. We took a little bit of hull damage, because they were able to give us the 1-2 combo, but other than that, we're going to be perfectly peachy fine. I could spread the damage around to the O2 section and just try to starve out their crew, but that is not necessarily preferable to keeping their weapons offline. I'll see what I can do here. No, see? Their weapons keep coming back up. Now, one weapon isn't too bad. You know what? Let's turn off the artillery here. I have to hit them in the guns again, because it came back up. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to try anything quite that fancy anymore. Trying to power up its FTL. Well, one more shot's going to kill it regardless of where we hit it. But yeah, I don't think we're going to deoxygenate them. Maybe if we had different weapons and better sensors, we'd be able to figure it out. But we'll just finish them off and take the loot. And yeah, we'll hit all the nebula sectors. Hopefully we won't run into an ion storm. If we do, we're actually just going to be destroyed. Automated Rebel Scout. Oh, it's trying to spool up its FTL right away. And it's got something zapping me and double weapons. It can actually do a lot of damage here. I'd love to target the FTL so it can't run. But I think we're just going to have to hit the weapon system as hard as possible. That's one down. Of course, the drone is still zapping us as well. Oh, there we go. There's some damage, including to the O2 system. May as well leave the engine since we are not piloting anyway. Okay, weapon system is down. Let's hit the drone system as well. Now, I think this is an automated ship, so it may not have a crew. So it's not going to repair individual systems very quickly. Oh, no, engines. However, it sort of repairs all systems at once slowly. I did jump out. We better get out of here. That is really unfortunate. Still, we're doing fine on time. In fact, you know what, I'm going to go here, then the nebula, then maybe the exit. Ooh, we can sell them a slave. We can buy a slave off them or attack them because they're slavers. We're going to attack them, and then hopefully, if they offer to surrender in exchange for a slave, we will take that. Oh, they're going to teleport over to our base. That's not so bad. We'll get the NG to help, even though he sucks. There we are. No problem. They beamed away. We'll just keep hitting them with the guns, and we should be fine. Then we'll have to power up the med bay as well, and get everyone healed up. Time does not pass while we're in a zone, as far as I can tell. It's only jumps that cost time. So, assuming we're nowhere that's got a danger, we can just sort of sit there. There we go. Yes, we will accept your surrender and take a slave. We won't get any goods, but an extra person is worth more than anything we'll get from destroying the ships. Plus, it feels more ethical. So we got another human, which is nice. Not sure where I'm going to put him. I suppose I could put him in the weapons and then keep the Manti around to help versus teleporters. Something like that. Oh yeah, and we have to heal these guys up. So power up the med bay. Or I could just leave the NG as a real just roamer. That's not a bad idea. I know, we'll do this for now. Because he should actually be top priority to repair whenever possible. Because he already repairs at a faster rate, and then if we get him more repair XP, he'll do it that much faster. I don't know. We'll do this here. We'll put him in the O2 because that's a pretty highly dangerous area. Would like to upgrade the shield soon, but again, I want to save up, see if we can get a second weapon. Because if we get a decent second weapon, we're going to be in great shape. Of course we're going to attack the pirates. We're going to attack everyone we see, as long as they're easy, and right now they're going to be really easy. He's got quite a few hit points, but other than that, we should be okay. Cool. I think we knocked out this weapon before it even got a chance to fire, which is awfully good news. There we go. His weapons are totally offline. Yeah, partially restored, so we'll hit them again. If they're still red when my weapons come up, I'll switch to the O2, just to mix it up. Yeah, they're going back to yellow. So I don't want to take a real hit. I mean, we do have the one layer of shields. I suppose one weapon being online isn't the end of the world. So maybe I'll hit them in the oxygen. Oh, trying to escape. Well, my artillery just fired, so they just got zapped. So I should probably see what I can do to farm them a little bit more effectively. We can do one more jump here. But it's such... Oh no, this is a terrible place. The suns are bad, and the rebel ship is impervious to the heat. Okay, this is really bad news because the solar flares are going to cause huge flame burst. And luckily this guy doesn't have any shields, so we can 100% keep his weapons just offline for the entirety of everything. But, oh, we actually took a little bit of damage, which sucks. But it's the solar flare that's the real problem. Solar flare imminent. Did we get... We got someone else? Did we get 2 slaves? I wasn't really noticing. Get some help in there, put out the fire. Okay, we're going to nuke this guy down in a moment. Come on, just die, and then we're going to jump the hell out of here. Freaking solar flares. Oh yeah, we can't insta-jump out either. Come on. Oh, we still didn't take the power away from the medbay, which is a little stupid, but... Put out the fire. We could have just deoxygenated it as well. Let's jump. The exit will be safe. I don't want another solar flare, because you could actually just get stuck here if you, Oh! There's a scout defending a rebel cap. I don't like engaging him while my ship is on fire, but I definitely want to engage him. And he should be pretty easy to take out. Okay, you know what? You guys are in rough shape. We will just vent it out to space. We should be fine here. So remove all the oxygen from here. Oh! Missiles are bad. Okay, now we've got him offline though, so we're going to be perfectly fine. That fire's going to go out at some point. Good. So close the doors. We'll send the NG over there to repair it. And now we're fine. We're totally stable. Oh, the oxygen system's a little bad. So you know what? I'm going to open all the doors to help normalize the O2 levels in here a little faster. Good. He'll need healing as well. Close all the doors. Investigate the station. Nothing useful there, but we got 15 scrap. We did take a little bit of damage though. Depower the med bay. Increase the engines. I guess I'll leave him here. I don't know. Yeah, he should be on repair duty. The only problem is I won't be able to distinguish these 2 manties. I guess Ryan has the weapon experience. No, having them roam. We'll do that. What the hell, we'll do this. Because they're going to be fighting all the time, it's fine. We have a lot of money. So I'm going to jump, and hopefully I can find a store pretty quickly in the other sector. If I don't, I'm going to start upgrading the ship. Yeah, we do have a rock, so we might actually even be able to make friends with the rocks. And I think I've got some achievements based around them. The nebula would be probably safer, although there's a bigger chance of hitting an ion storm. And if we go north, we can actually hit 2 civilian sectors after this. So you know what? I want to see what the rock-controlled sector will do for us. Distress call. Yeah, we'll go in here anyway. It'll expose more stars for us. Hopefully we can find a store pretty quickly. We're being overrun by some sort of giant alien spiders. Oh, spiders. You know what? I've had this happen once and it worked out really badly for me and I lost a crew member. But what the hell? Let's do it. Sun and land-sized arachnids. Not everyone made it back. Yeah, we lost someone. We lost our captain. Ugh. Alright, I still like the idea of having a human being the captain. Ryan, you're going to go back into weapons. I guess, I don't know if there's a random chance or how it works. I guess when it comes to the spider situation, I'm just going to leave the spiders alone from now on. I should know better. They're spiders. Pirate ship. Alright. This should be fine. I mean, there is a luck factor. If they happen to have torpedoes and they land a hit, and they hit us in, you know, the weapon system or something, then we're going to have a really bad day. So there was a torpedo, but they hit an empty area. So it does suck to take, like, unavoidable hull damage. But other than that, I mean, the O2. Repairing the O2 is pretty high priority for them, so they may actually not be able to get the weapons back online. Cool. Oh, well, they got one back online, but we'll hit them in the O2 again. And then I guess we'll take off their weapons one more time. But we might just be able to have them die from oxygen. You know what? I want the Artemis system offline anyway. Because I don't want to accidentally kill them. Oh no, hit them in the O2 again though. There you go. If they had fires going on or something like that, we'll be really quite lucky. Alright, weapons one more time, I guess. I'd love to have a sensor inside their ship right now. I think I can afford to hit them here one more time. Nope. Oh well. Alright, let's take a look at the surroundings. Oh, there is a store. Okay, because I was going to buy some upgrades for my ship. But we got our first store. We probably want to repair a ship as well. Stealth weapons, long-range scanners. But weapons. So we can get ourselves an F-bomb. So this is actually kind of interesting. Self-teleporting. Needs missiles. What's really interesting about these is that they don't damage the hull or the systems at all, but they start fires, which can spread wildly and do a lot of damage. I've never had a real chance to play with it, but I kind of like the idea. One of the things I'm trying to do this particular run through is go for a lot of system damage and see if I can disable a ship. Like I was talking about, we may do it with teleporters, but firebombing them would be interesting. Let's look at the Hermes, which is just a much higher weapon or damage missile. Because I think my missile system... Oh, I don't have a missile system, that's right. But I think the default missile system I use does 2 damage, like on the standard ship. I think this is 3, I may be mistaken. Now this by itself is supremely powerful. You know, you can just... one missile shot will be enough to take out any system, regardless of shields. And the fact that it lets me ignore shields, it's probably too valuable. I should probably take it. Still like the idea of doing firebombing and stuff, though. And that does give you an alternate way. I'm pretty sure they go through shields. Yeah, it's self-teleporting. So I could, even if they've got strong shields up, like I can drop firebombs in their shield room and their oxygen chambers and just tear apart their systems piece by piece without actually exploding their ship. All right, you know what? This is probably a non-optimal choice. But I'm going to take firebombs simply because it's going to be interesting and I want to see what's going to happen. You got to learn somehow, right? So get ready for another failed game, but we're going to fail with style. I will repair the ship. I will fill up on fuel. And we do have a good number of missiles. We may need more, but that's all I'm going to do for now. Now, of course, we don't have enough money to run the entire system. I'd also like more sensors for inside the ship. Did I say money? Energy. We don't have enough energy kicking around to run everything. I like the idea of having the artillery system around because it's so good, but maybe we can live without it. If I had one more energy, I could charge up both weapon systems. And I think I like that idea, so let's go and do that. This is a very aggressive stance. Oh, and then I have to upgrade the weapon systems. That's right. Ooh. So we're not going to be able to do it right away. Alright, I guess we'll leave that enabled for now. And let's see what happens. So I think we can probably do a swoop around this way, and that'll probably be just the right amount of timing. So let's give that a try. This is the craziest kind of setup I've ever done. Disabled rock transport. Of course we're going to strip the parts. Patrol. Well, maybe we can... oh, we've already grabbed some stuff, and we can destroy this guy as well and take some more things, so that's good. So yeah, we'll F-bomb their weapons. So it won't disable it instantly, but it'll start fires, which is going to screw them up pretty badly. So we'll do that, then we'll hit the O2, and just generally try to keep them as offline as possible. Our engines are critical. Our O2 is critical. We can't dodge without engines. Well, we can't breathe without oxygen. So I would really feel much more satisfied if I could see the inside of their ship to see what was going on. Alright, this is probably really bad and dumb. We don't seem to be doing anything. Oh, there we go. Oh, I think they weren't landing properly in there. But now we definitely have a fire going on. This is taking a lot of missiles. Oh, but it's... Oh! Okay. Actually, that worked out okay. Start another fire on their ship. You know what? Hit their weapon system again. It's a little crazy. A little cray-cray. Oh, there's someone in there. Huge fire goes off. You know what? We'll hit their med bay as well. Because what we're trying to do is kill off their crew. Oh, right. We just... Hold on. You know what? We're fine. They've got lots of fires. Fire is clearly spreading. Their O2 is down. The fire, I think, eats more oxygen. Hopefully that's modeled. We're going to take some more hits because we're not keeping their weapon system completely offline. But they should all die from lack of oxygen. Okay, you know what? We'll hit the weapon system again. Another nice fire set up there. They should start to take some damage in here briefly. Their O2 is still completely out. I mean, what are they going to do? Vent to space? I don't even know if that's an option on those ships. Oh, I would love to have a sensor right now, though, to see what's what. This is taking up a lot of missiles, though. Hit the O2. Rocks do need oxygen, right? They're just immune to fire? Oh, right, they're immune to fire. Cease your attack, we will pay. We will not accept your surrender. This is costing us way too many missiles. But it's funny, so what the hell. I forgot that they're immune to fire, though. But we're not taking out their hull. That's the thing. The fire damage is just going to cause them to... Here, we'll do a direct blow to their... actually, we don't need to. Do charge up the lasers so we can do an instant shot. We can stop spending missiles. I guess the fire thing, it works better if you're going for personnel damage. Okay, like, stop breathing. It would be really nice if you could do that for me. Okay, thanks. I guess their weapons aren't getting through, so we don't really have to worry about shutting it down. I should have just firebombed the O2 again. Oh, right, they're not going to take damage. They're immune to fire. Alright, I think in the future, the firebombs, the F-bombs, are only going to be something I'm going to pick up when I've already got scanners for the inside. And it doesn't make sense to use them in rock control sectors. So I wasted a lot of missiles here. I didn't take much in the way of personal damage. Alright, we'll just finish them off. But right, don't use against rocks and wait until we've got sensors. It'll be much, much handier. So that's okay. So we're going to keep the lasers, the artillery. We do actually have a little bit of personnel damage. Oh, my captain. My new captain. Captain 2.0. And block the rock. They're also hurt. So we'll send them back over here. And jump. The board is green. Initiate jump. Okay, just a regular rock ship. Yeah, we're just going to hit them with regular lasers, take out their guns, and blow them up the old-fashioned way. But once we're fighting pirates and rebels, then maybe we'll go back to firebombing, assuming we've got more missiles at that point. Oh, damn. That sucks. You know what? Do a little swap. Because you could be healed, and then, yeah, you're repairing very well. Weapons are offline. Good stuff. Hit them in the shields then if the weapons are still down. Well, they just came back up. That's going to be okay. Then the fight will go a little quicker. Again, not that it matters. Speed is not of the essence here. This game is going to be the sort of slow and steady wins the race idea, with, you know, wasting a bunch of money on an F-bomb for no reason whatsoever. There you go. And as long as I keep them disabled until the artillery fires, I'm going to be in great shape. Yeah, we should be able to do the swoop-de-loop over here and be fine. Same thing, more rock scouts. And I could actually fast forward this because these fights are pretty autopilot-y. Unless, you know, they get a lucky hit in which case. Let's watch this missile. Missed. Oh, a little bit of damage in the O2 there. But that's okay. Ultimately, not too bad at all. Another missile. Miss. Good. I do have some people that have recommended upgrading the engines as quickly